You just hear music like you hear it. Doesn't mean that, what they're doing isn't of merit. It's just, I just hear music different, that's all.
Some artists speak loudly. Prince did not. He communicated through symbols, silence, and the sharp edges of creative instinct. And in a world that expected harmony, he carried a different truth. Genius rarely moves without friction.
All over the world, I'm probably one of the most bootlegged artists out there. I wanted to clean that up and get the real good mixes out.
Behind the elegance, he navigated rivalries, misunderstandings, and creative battles that shaped his path. Not enemies, just collisions. Moments where art met ego, pressure, or principle. Here are the 10 musicians whose tensions with Prince became part of his legend. Number 1. Morris Day. Prince and Morris Day built Minneapolis funk together, but their creative connection often sparked competition. As the time gained momentum, their dynamic shifted from collaboration to quiet rivalry. Both wanted control, both wanted greatness, and their shared ambition pushed them into sharp, memorable tension. Their connection began in Minneapolis basements and small clubs, long before superstardom reshaped their paths. Prince saw in Morris a performer who could ignite a room without trying, while Morris recognized Prince's intensity and unmatched dedication. That push and pull became the fuel of the time, precision meeting swagger, discipline colliding with instinct. But as success climbed, the balance shifted. Prince increasingly controlled studio sessions, sculpting arrangements alone, while Morris defined the band's identity on stage with charisma that audiences could not ignore. As their worlds expanded, so did the pressure. Prince demanded focus, and Morris demanded freedom. The tension grew into a subtle rivalry, neither fully acknowledged, but both felt. Prince once said, "Morris could take over a room just by walking into it." Their friction was not bitterness. It was two rising forces realizing they were destined to lead in different directions. Number 2. Rick James. Prince's early rise intersected directly with Rick James's peak, creating an intense competitive energy. Touring together amplified the friction, two electrifying performers refusing to be overshadowed. Their creative worlds collided boldly, leaving behind one of music's most legendary rivalries built on pride, performance, and undeniable talent. On that tour, the contrast between them was impossible to ignore. Prince approached the stage like a strategist, shaping every moment with precision, while Rick James thrived on chaos and spontaneity. During one heated backstage conversation, Prince said, "Some people play for the crowd, some play for the music, I play for both." That quiet confidence fueled the tension, pushing each artist to amplify their showmanship in response to the other's brilliance. Despite the competitiveness, both recognized the other's power. Rick commanded the audience with swagger, and Prince captivated them with control. Their rivalry became a defining chapter of early 1980s funk, a clash where ego met artistry. In the end, the friction did not sour their legacies. It sharpened them, proving that some of music's greatest moments are born from collision, not harmony. Number 3. Sheila E. Prince and Sheila E. shared deep admiration, but their perfectionism made collaboration challenging. Long hours, demanding arrangements, and ambitious expectations created natural tension between two artists striving for excellence. Their friction reflected the pressure of working at extraordinary speed and the closeness of their creative bond. Inside the studio, the stakes always felt high. Prince expected precision, and Sheila delivered, matching his intensity with disciplined artistry. During one late-night session, Prince told her, "Greatness does not happen in comfort, it happens in pressure." That philosophy defined their partnership and set the tone for sessions filled with experimentation, relentless rehearsal, and uncompromising standards. Their creative dance produced remarkable music, but also emotional strain. Both pushed themselves and each other to extremes, knowing the outcome would justify the exhaustion. Arguments surfaced, but so did breakthroughs, moments only possible when two fiercely driven musicians refused to settle for ordinary. Their tension was never destructive. It was the necessary heat that shaped their best work. Together, they proved that creativity, when forged in pressure, can become something unforgettable. Number 4. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Before becoming iconic producers, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis worked closely within Prince's orbit. Their outside projects clashed with his expectations, leading to professional strain. The friction marked a turning point that pushed them toward independence and ultimately shaped their own groundbreaking careers beyond his shadow. Prince valued loyalty and total focus from his collaborators, particularly during the rapid rise of the time. As Jam and Lewis began producing for other artists, the shift created visible tension. Prince reportedly told them, "If you want to build your own world, you cannot live in mine." It was a boundary drawn with respect, but also with unmistakable finality. The conflict reached its peak when a snowstorm caused them to miss a crucial performance, pushing Prince to make a decisive and painful choice. The dismissal stunned many, but for Jam and Lewis, it became a moment of liberation. Free from Prince's demanding structure, they developed a production style that reshaped modern rhythm and blues. Their success was not born in spite of the tension. It grew directly from it, turning a difficult break into the beginning of a defining legacy. Number 5. André Simone. André Simone and Prince grew up together, forming the foundation of each other's musical beginnings. But as Prince's star rose, creative disagreements emerged. Simone sought his own identity, and the tension between them reflected two childhood friends forced apart by ambition, evolution, and the pressure of success. Their early years were defined by shared dreams, and a belief that music could reshape their world. But as Prince's vision expanded, André began feeling the need to carve his own path. Prince later said, "He was always ahead of the curve before anyone knew the curve existed." It was a compliment that revealed both admiration and distance. Eventually, their ambitions demanded separation. André wanted autonomy, while Prince required unwavering commitment to his expanding musical identity. The divergence was painful but necessary, leading both toward the artists they were meant to become. Their tension was never rooted in betrayal. It was the natural evolution of two talents who started together but were destined to grow apart. Number 6. Sinead O'Connor. Sinead O'Connor's powerful interpretation of a Prince song sparked both admiration and conflict. Their differing personalities and artistic philosophies eventually collided, creating a tense relationship shaped by contrasting temperaments. Their friction became one of the most talked about intersections between two strong, influential musical voices. Her performance of Nothing Compares to You became a cultural milestone, but Prince wrestled with the unexpected loss of control over a piece of his own artistry. O'Connor later reflected, "He wrote it, but I lived it, and that was the difference." That statement carried the emotional divide between them, highlighting how their artistic intentions were never aligned, even when their work touched the same audience with equal impact. Prince's guarded mystique clashed with O'Connor's disarming honesty. Their temperaments turned creative admiration into personal friction, reshaping the narrative around the song they both claimed in different ways. Their tension was not about disrespect. It was a collision of two uncompromising spirits, each determined to protect their truth, even when those truths refused to coexist. Number 7. Michael Jackson. Prince and Michael Jackson were parallel forces, shaping music with very different visions. Their quiet rivalry grew from comparisons, industry pressure, and a proposed collaboration that never aligned. The tension between them was not hostility, but the natural friction of two cultural titans sharing the same era. Behind closed doors, their contrasting approaches defined every interaction. Michael's meticulous pop craftsmanship differed sharply from Prince's improvisational, genre-bending instincts. When a joint project was discussed, Prince reportedly said, "One throne is not big enough for two kings." It was less a challenge and more an acknowledgement that their creative worlds, as brilliant as they were, could never comfortably merge. Their rivalry fueled innovation on both sides. Every release, performance, and artistic shift became part of an unspoken dialogue between them. Yet beneath the comparisons was mutual respect. Each recognized a greatness in the other that mirrored their own. Their tension was simply the weight of two groundbreaking legacies forming at the same time, shaping the cultural landscape in ways no one else could. Number 8. Questlove. Questlove's deep love for Prince's music met Prince's playful but sharp standards for atmosphere and vibe. Their interactions reflected a humorous tension rooted in artistic taste and control. It became a recurring dynamic, Questlove admiring the legend and Prince guarding his creative environment with unwavering precision. Questlove often shared how his admiration clashed with Prince's unexpected rules, especially when it came to the mood of a room. After Questlove played a DJ set Prince disapproved of, Prince joked, "You cannot bring that energy into my house, brother." It was delivered with humor, but it carried the unmistakable message that Prince curated every detail of his environment, down to the songs others played. Despite the tension, Questlove never hid his reverence. Prince was one of the architects of his musical education, and their quirky clashes became part of that mythology. Their dynamic was built on admiration wrapped in playful conflict, a reminder that even heroes have specific, sometimes bewildering boundaries that shape the room around them. Number 9. Madonna. Creatively intense and fiercely independent, Prince and Madonna clashed when working together. Their strong personalities and distinct artistic visions made collaboration both exciting and volatile. The tension that developed between them reflected the collision of two unstoppable forces, each accustomed to shaping the world on their own terms. Their sessions were filled with sparks, sometimes inspiring, sometimes divisive. Madonna once said, "We were both used to being in charge, and that made every moment a negotiation." The creative push and pull was undeniable, and while it produced flashes of brilliance, it also exposed how differently they approached structure, spontaneity, and control. Their tension was not rooted in disrespect. Both recognized the other's genius, but neither knew how to yield space without losing a part of themselves. In many ways, they were mirrors, bold, relentless artists who thrived in dominance. Their brief collaboration remains a testament to how powerful and how combustible shared ambition can be when two strong identities refuse to bend. Number 10. Kim Basinger. During their Batman-era collaboration, Prince and Kim Basinger blended personal and creative worlds in ways that quickly grew complicated. Their artistic chemistry was undeniable, but differing approaches and rising pressures created friction. Their partnership became a brief, intense chapter shaped by ambition and emotional unpredictability. Inside the studio, Basinger embraced spontaneity, while Prince preferred precision, creating a subtle but consistent disconnect. Prince later remarked to a collaborator, "When emotion leads the room, the music follows a path I cannot predict." That sentiment revealed how uneasy he became when creative control began slipping, especially as personal feelings deepened and blurred, with the work unfolding around them. Their time together was creatively electric, but emotionally unstable. Every breakthrough came with an undercurrent of tension, as if neither fully understood how to balance inspiration with vulnerability. The collaboration did not erode their respect. It illuminated the difficulty of sustaining clarity when art, emotion, and expectation collide. Their story remains one of Prince's most enigmatic chapters, a reminder that brilliance often arrives hand in hand with delicate, unpredictable pressure. In the end, these stories are not just about conflict. They are about the fragile balance between genius and pressure, friendship and ambition, admiration and control. Prince moved through the world with an intensity that shaped everyone around him, drawing people close even as the demands of his art pushed them away. Each tension in his life revealed something deeper, how creative brilliance often comes with sharp edges, and how even the most gifted artists struggle with trust, expectation, and the weight of their own vision. These 10 relationships remind us that legacy is shaped not only by triumphs, but by the friction that forces growth and clarity. Prince's path shows that creativity rarely moves in straight lines. It bends through difficulty, honesty, and the courage to evolve. If you found this journey revealing, share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more stories that look beneath the surface of music's most unforgettable legends.